So I'm going to go ahead and cover this without sharing any of my personal beliefs or views because the whole Gaza conflict is a very tricky situation. It's one that involves one's religious and political views, and for that same reason, one side can be like, yo, you're being brainwashed by this, that, and the third, as well as the other side can say the same. So I'm not going to talk about my personal feelings with that whole situation. However, Asmongold had something to say. But before we get right into his clip and why he's currently being canceled, let's go ahead and talk about Asmongold and who he is. So Asmongold, also known as Zach Rar, is an American Twitch streamer, YouTuber, and content creator. His content primarily focuses on World of Warcraft, but he has covered other video games and topics related to gaming culture. He's also known for this, what I'm doing, and that's covering specific topics, whether it be something of a current event or controversial, as we're gonna see today, or just some sort of a trending topic. So this honestly sucks to see because as a commentary YouTuber myself, I do consume some of Asmon's content. And well, another reason he's known is because of his filthy room. You guys might have seen this picture. It's gone viral plenty of times, so you might have seen this. Yes, this is Asmon's gaming setup. I really don't get how somebody of his size can have a room like this because, like, bro, just hire some fucking maids, dude. But if you guys don't consume Asmon's content, you guys might have heard him from OTK, which is a streaming collective, including some people like Extra Emily, Miskiff, and NMP. But now we went over who Asmon is, let's go over some very important context to understand the situation a bit more. And that brings us to Sharia law. So Sharia is a religious law that governs the personal, mental, and physical behavior of Muslims. It is based on the Quran, the Hadith, and the Sunnah, which are the deeds and sayings of the Prophet Muhammad. Sharia is a code of living that aims to help Muslims understand how to lead their lives in accordance with God's wishes. So in other words, Sharia law is Muslim law. It's a way of living just like in any other religion. But one key thing to note is that it is not implemented in every single Muslim majority country. This includes countries like Lebanon, Syria, Jordan, and guess what? Palestine as well. Now, there are some countries where Sharia law is either the primary legal system or is implemented in some way. And this includes countries like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Pakistan, Malaysia, and it includes practices that I guess in the Western world we can say are kinda old school. I'll go ahead and give you guys an example. So there's penal law. Offenses against another person are punishable by retaliation, where the offender is treated in the same way as the victim. And there's modesty rules. We know that in some countries, some women are required to be covered. They're required to wear veils and be accompanied by male guardians in public. And then there's obviously a very controversial one in today's day and age, which is LGBTQ rights. A lot of these countries don't believe in LGBTQ rights. All major schools of Islamic thought consider homosexuality to be a sin, and laws in most Muslim majority countries discriminate against LGBTQ people. So those are some examples of Sharia law, which once again, Palestine has actual government law. They don't really go by Sharia law. So now we got that out of the way and we know what Sharia law is. Let's go ahead and take a look at what Asmon has to say about the Gaza conflict.
If you want to consider a genocide as a systematic killing of a group of people, they have genocide built into Sharia law right now. So no, I'm not going to cry a fucking river when people who have genocide that's baked into their laws are getting genocided. I don't give a fuck. They're terrible people.
Let's go ahead and stop right there. Once again, like I said, Palestine has actual government laws. They are not going by Sharia law. There are tons of Christian Palestinians as well. You got to understand that. This is a generalization that a lot of people make when it comes to the Gaza conflict. They think that Palestine goes by Sharia law, but it just is simply not true. And the fact that he said, I don't give a fuck, they are terrible people, just goes to show a lot in his character, because a lot of people are innocent. There are innocent women and children being killed on both sides, by the way. But it's like, dude, are you okay, bro?
It's not even a question. It's crazy that people don't see it that way. They'd be doing the same thing. And how much did they kill? As many as they can. They're not able to kill as many people as Israel because they don't have as many bombs and as many weapons. But if they did, they'd be doing the same thing. That's it. Just takes enough. That's right. These people are not your allies. They are not the same as us. They come from an inferior culture that is horrible. It kills people for their identity, and it is directly antithetical to everything Western values stand for, and it is an inferior culture in all ways. It is that simple. No, I don't feel bad for them. I don't feel sorry for them. I don't care. I don't support them.
This guy's a fucking racist. This whole clip was literally racism at its fucking finest. This guy called them inferior, that they're inferior people. They're not the same as us, basically. And I don't know who the fuck he's referring to when he's saying us. What I do know is that this was a very ignorant clip. And in my personal opinion, I think that if you have a certain belief on a situation like this, there's ways to go about it without sounding like a fucking racist prick. He's basically saying one side is doing what they're doing because they have more resources available, and that the other side would be doing the same shit if they were in that position. But the problem is he's basing all of this off of Sharia law, which once again is just ignorant to say, because this is just simply not true. are one of those things that I'm just like, bro, shut the fuck up. There's proper ways of going about saying these things. Obviously, not everyone's gonna agree. My opinion is my opinion. His opinion is his opinion. Thank the Lord we live in the United States because freedom of speech. And we are allowed to think differently, but the way he's saying this shit, bro, just sounds like straight up hate. I have my opinions, but I have friends on both sides, and I've seen Palestinians and Jews be friends, bro. It's the beauty of the Western world. Yes, there's a lot of wrong in this fucking side of the world, a lot of degeneracy, but freedom also brings a lot of good, and it brings a lot of people together. But yeah, this clip definitely pisses me the fuck off. Let's go ahead and take a look at what people have to say. We got Myron from Fresh and Fit saying, wrong. Actually, Muslims have lived in peace with Jews for centuries under the Ottoman Empire. 2, nowhere in the Sharia does it advocate genociding people. And 3, many of Israel's enemies like Iran and Lebanon have similar military capability, but have focused on attacking military targets and not heavily concentrated areas with civilians, unlike Israel and Gaza and Beirut. So your argument that they would do the same thing is incorrect. And we have Fuzi with a louder opinion. I believe he is Palestinian, so he goes ahead and says, fuck this and anyone who stands with him. You support genocide and no way around that argument. In my opinion, the take is so bad he should be punished, but he won't because he's a part of the protected farities of the internet. Free Palestine till it's backwards, bitch. Then somebody responded, should be punished for an opinion. This is exactly why you Muslims stay losing. You clowns. Talk about Muslims have the highest rating. Then Fuzi claps back with, if I gave the same opinion he did about Jews in Israel, I will most likely be banned and blackballed from every social media like they did to Sneeko and the Tate brothers, respectfully. Andrew Tate responds, free Palestine. And for context, Asmon has a gaming PC company that allegedly has partners quitting. It says, I'm no longer partnered with Starforge Systems PC. I've requested that my code be removed from usage after a year of partnership due to the comments made by Asmongold, who is one of the owners. I have Muslim friends from that region and I cannot represent that product after his comments. And this just goes to show the severity of this situation. Then we even have creators calling Asmongold to be banned off of Twitch. We have Casey Tron who says, here are some of the TOS guidelines that Asmongold directly violated recently. Suggests that a victim of a hate crime deserves to be harmed, incite or promote violence against a protected group, example, kill all the, and then protected group, which is basically what he said. He doesn't give a fuck about them. He doesn't feel sorry for them. Content that perpetuates a recognized negative stereotype about a protected group as greedy or unintelligent. He called them inferior. Content suggesting that protected group members are subhuman, inhuman, or impure. Once again, content insinuating that individuals with certain protected characteristics are criminals or terrorists. Content that implies that another contemporary culture is primitive. Statements dismissing an entire group. Example, I don't like protected group, which is what he did throughout the whole fucking clip. And the list continues by Casey Tron. Then we have Mighty Keeve who said YouTube and Twitch about to nuke Asmongold's channel. And in my personal opinion, bro, you could definitely support one side or the other in the public eye. If you think that's the right thing to do, then go ahead and feel free to do so. But calling a whole religious or ethnic group or whatever inferior is just absolutely fucking insane and showing no remorse. No fucking remorse, saying you don't give a fuck and that they're terrible people is absolutely insane, bro. It's literally some way of thinking, bro. Anyways, Asmon did end up apologizing about it. He tweets, looking back on it, I was way too much of an asshole about the Palestine thing. Of course, no one deserves to have their life destroyed, even if they do things or have views I find regressive. You guys deserve more than me saying stupid shit like that. I'll do better. Motherfucker had the balls to say my bad. That's fucking insane, dude. Somebody said, you just violated your golden rule of never apologizing. It would be interesting to hear why you made an exception on your next YouTube vid. And he responded, I don't mind apologizing if it's something I think I'm actually wrong about. Given the amount of times I've gotten hate for things and never apologized, should be proof enough of that. Somebody responds, lost all your aura, hypocrite. And they show a tweet where it says, weird as fuck to see so many people coming out with the statements about the Israel-Palestine conflict as if they need to comment on it. Can we please stop this weird culture around expecting people with no relevant background or education to talk about world events and politics? And then the best of replies, in my opinion, of course, coming from Arab, he said, we are all the same, brother. We all bleed the same blood, which is the fucking truth. W Arab in the chat. But well, that does conclude today's video. Let me know what you guys think about this whole situation down in the comment section below, and let me know if there's any other specific topics you guys would want me to cover. Make sure to subscribe with post notifications to never miss another video like this. Don't forget to leave a like and check out all my social media down below in the description box. Always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Virux out. Peace.